Yo guys, what is up? It is Connie. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be predicting who's going to win, what's going to happen at WrestleMania 34. So we're going to start off with the current unconfirmed match of John Cena versus The Undertaker, because that is obviously the most controversial thing on, this whole WrestleMania card. Now, if you haven't seen, if I can find it, I'll put it up on screen. There was a WrestleMania Access thing, and it had a dedicated thing of WrestleMania 34, will Undertaker accept John Cena's challenge? So there's obviously going to be something going on. Whether Undertaker appears there or not, it's not WrestleMania without the Undertaker, so they might not even have a match. But if Undertaker appears, they'll have a stare down, and that match will lead to future. But I think the match should happen at WrestleMania. Now, what do I personally think? Now, you guys know, ever since I've started this YouTube channel, this is a match I've wanted to see. What do you think about the build-up to this match? It's definitely different, but what I don't understand is, now, when Raw happened, the last Raw, I was so pissed off. I was like, people have been wanting this match for 10 years at WrestleMania. And it finally seems like you're going to do it. And you're not even going to advertise it. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. But, I suppose I like it. I'm still mixed on it. But I like what they've done. It's something different. And I guess if we knew that the match, if we 100% knew, because no one's 100% sure. I'm 99.9% sure it's happening, but not 100. If we knew it was happening, then, it's just the Undertaker versus John Cena. Undertaker's probably going to win if it happens. It makes sense, unless Cena turns heel, which will not happen. We all know Cena is never going to turn heel. So, I guess it just sort of adds to it. This is the thing everyone's talking about, so anyway, if this match happens, I predict The Undertaker. Next, we'll go for the Women's Battle Royal. Now, I'm not really sure on this one at all. It's a bit of a hard one. But, you got to come up with something. And let me just look here. I think it's either going to be Bayley or Sasha Banks. Because, they're the people that have been focused on this whole thing. And they haven't really focused on anyone else. So, it could be someone completely random. That would make sense. But I'm going to go with Sasha Banks. Because, Bayley and Sasha Banks, they're the ones we've been focusing on. They're going to be the last two, last four. One of them's going to eliminate the other. And then they'll win the Battle Royal. So I'm predicting Sasha Banks. And also, she deserves it. She's not even had a title reign that's lasted longer than a week. Bayley had one title reign, I believe. But she had it for a damn long time. Not that long, but a pretty long time. She walked into WrestleMania champ and walked out champ. So, Bayley doesn't deserve it as much as Sasha Banks does. Next, we've got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now, there's a lot of stuff I hate about this. I absolutely hate it. Now, the winner is probably going to be Elias. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. But it should be Dolph Ziggler. It should be Dolph Ziggler, but it's not going to be. We all know that. And here's the thing I don't like. Before Fastlane, they were building up Ziggler as if he was going to have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. They were like, Ziggler's never had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. We're going to give it, not we're going to give it to him, but they're saying he's never had it. So wouldn't you think they're going to build him up with a feud? No. He loses at Fastlane. Then, that week when Daniel Bryan, or the next week when Daniel Bryan's cleared, they have a bit of a face-off. And you think, oh, maybe that might happen. No. Ziggler is in the Battle Royal. He couldn't even be in, the IC ladder match, even though that's not happening. That happened a couple years. He couldn't, I don't get it. I just don't get WWE's logic. And Matt Hardy in the Battle Royal. Is Bray Wyatt probably going to be in the Battle Royal? He's probably confirmed, who knows. WWE confirmed everything on the internet these days. It's going to be Elias. And Elias, he's not. They've never used the Battle Royal for anything. They've just stood there with their trophy for a couple weeks, and it's gone. The Battle Royal doesn't matter anymore. And the fact that the first women's one's on the pre-show as well is hilarious. But yes, I predict Elias. Next, we've got the Cruiserweight Championship. I don't care once again, and it's on kickoff as well. They built up this Cruiserweight thing as it's going to conclude at WrestleMania. It's going to be so big. Guess what? It's on the kickoff. I think Cedric Alexander will win. I honestly don't care. Raw Women's Championship match. Nia Jax. Nothing much to say about it. Pretty boring feud. Nia Jax will win. Sheamus and Cesaro versus Braun and a partner of his choosing. Who will the partner be? Well, I'm calling Samoa Joe, maybe. or there was a rumor, and I don't think it's gonna happen. James Ellsworth, because Braun Strowman brought James Ellsworth into WWE when you think about it, but James Ellsworth won't come back. I think it's going to be Samoa Joe, but you could pull Elias. But I mean, if you've got Elias winning the Battle Royal, he doesn't need to go and win tag titles as well. I mean, he could, but that's just really pushing him. So I'm going to just say Samoa Joe's going to return, and Strowman and Samoa Joe. Be weird, but anyway, they're going to win the tag belts. We've got the United States Championship match. I hope Rusev wins. I honestly do, because originally, when they had the triple threat, I was thinking Bobby Roode's going to win it back. But it's like, yes, it'd be nice for Bobby Roode to win, have his moment. But, he already had the title. He doesn't need it back. He did alright with the title. But I think maybe, push him, have like Nakamura versus Roode after WrestleMania. Obviously I'm saying Nakamura's going to win, but we'll get to that. And then, yeah, I mean, Jinder Mahal won't win. But then again, that could be a little bit of payback for, having to drop the belt before Survivor Series. But honestly, Jinder Mahal, he's not going to win. Randy Orton, possible. He'd be my second pick to Randy Orton to retain, but once again, it's just Randy Orton should have won the WWE Championship last year or something, but he did. But anyway, I'm going to go with Rusev. It's Rusev Day. Next, we've got the Intercontinental Championship match, the triple threat Miz, Rollins, and Balor. And, man, this is a tough one. This is such a tough one. I don't think you guys understand. So Miz, it's unlikely for him to retain, and then it's just up to Rollins and Balor. It's like, they've been doing so well recently. It's like, I couldn't put one over the other. Like, I really can't, but I'm going to have to. And I personally believe, with Rollins, in the WWE, Rollins has had a lot. Like, yeah, it's been unfortunate with these last couple of years, but he's had tag titles recently. He's had 2 WWE Championship reigns, although one of them, ended in a few minutes. He's had a United States title reign, and he's had 2, and he's had a tag team belt reign back in the day. Obviously, Balor also did have a long NXT reign, as well as Seth Rollins being the first NXT champion. But I'm going to put Finn Balor over here to win the Intercontinental Championship. He really does deserve it after losing that Universal title, having to relinquish it, never got a rematch for it, which he should have at the Rumble. I don't know why Vince McMahon mate, that was a horrible decision from Vince McMahon. I'm telling you now, that triple threat, I didn't watch it. I was busy editing videos while that match was on, and I knew Lesnar was it was boring. It was a boring match, that triple threat at the Rumble. So Balor should have faced him there, but obviously he wouldn't have won, but it would have been such an entertaining match. Look at Lesnar versus Styles. You put on the same sort of thing with that, man. Anyway, Balor should win after the crap he had to go through at the Royal Rumble. But thank you guys for watching. Wait, what? I can't believe I just tried to end the video. I suppose because I just went on a bit of a rant. That's usually how I end these sorts of videos. But anyway, on to the next match. Alright, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. This is a tough one. Bludgeon Brothers, Usos, or New Day. Usos, the reigning tag team champions. It's a tough one. It should be a ladder match, but it's not. I wanted to save a New Day. I really did, because the New Day, I feel like WWE are pushing them to try and have the most tag team title reigns ever, because they keep losing it and all that. But I'm going to go Bludgeon Brothers. I'm just going to go Bludgeon. I just have a feeling the Bludgeon Brothers are going to pull out the W here. So the Bludgeon Brothers, the brand new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. The SmackDown Women's Championship now, you got Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Asuka's got to win. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But, I mean, and then you've got the rumor, like Carmella cashing in. If she cashes in, she won't win. Okay? And they could, and this is what I want to see. And I don't think they will, because they're hell-bent on having Asuka undefeated. They can't go with the she's never been pinned or submitted, because they could do that. But they're hell-bent on having Asuka. She's never lost at all. DQ count out. She's won. She's just won. And I think they should just go with the never pinned or submitted, because undefeated, they're doing it in the Mixed Match Challenge. Like, that's the only reason they won the Mixed Match Challenge. It's just ridiculous at this point. It's the reason she won the Rumble, because if she lost the Rumble, she wouldn't be undefeated. Like, she has to win every match. And it's getting to a ridiculous point here. Like, I don't understand what they're doing, honestly. Anyway, So you have Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. And, like, what I want to see is Carmella cash in, make her triple threat, and pin or submit Charlotte. Okay? So that's what I'd like to see, because I don't want Carmella to waste that money. Like, she's built that, she's had it for so long. And then, she's not gonna... Oh my god. That's just gonna... It's gonna be stupid. Anyway, the rumor is, Asuka will win. Carmella will cash in. And then, Carmella will lose. Like, that'd be so ridiculous. That would suck. That would suck so bad. Remember back 2012 when every time a Money in the Bank winner cashed in, they went on to become the champion. Now, obviously, that's just been ruined with three unsuccessful cash-ins. So you had Cena, and then you had Damien Sandow, and then you had Jinder Mahal. Right? And then you want to start the women's off with losing. I don't like that. I want to see the triple threat happen, but nonetheless, Asuka is probably walking out the champion, and we'll just go with that. Forget the cash-in. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This is a close one, because you don't want to have Daniel Bryan lose his first match back, but it's so predictable at that point. It's like Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon firing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That's like just boring, honestly. And yes, if that happens, I know they can just go to Raw, because Shane McMahon also said, they'll never be in a SmackDown ring again, which means off to Raw they go. But I just think it's too... I'm just going to go Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Maybe there'll be a bit of a, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon will have a disagreement or something. And obviously they'll conclude to Shane McMahon knocking out Danny. But then you've got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn still on SmackDown. I just want to end that whole... I don't want to see any more of that. That's been going on since well before SummerSlam, which is horror. I've had enough of it, honestly. So, but I'm going to go with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn winning. It doesn't matter how it happens. I go with them winning. And also my boy Daniel Bryan returning after 3 years out of action. Awesome. We got Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I think Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey going to win. It makes sense. Triple H has lost so many years in a row now. He's lost 32, 33, and now he's probably going to lose 34. But, you've put Ronda Rousey in there. Ronda Rousey has to win her first match. So Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey will win at WrestleMania. And then you've got the WWE Championship match, AJ Styles versus Nakamura. Now, I'm scared. I'm so scared that this match is just not going to be what we all want it to be. It's not, it's going to be the artist, remember? Not the King of Strong style. It's going to be the artist or the rock star, I don't... Versus, the phenomenal one. I obviously want it to be a good match, and I hope that they have Nakamura win. Having AJ walk out will just ruin... you could do it, but it will defeat the purpose of Nakamura winning the Rumble. It just defeats the purpose of the Rumble, So I'm going to go with Nakamura to become the new WWE Champion, and then maybe feed him onto Bobby Roode or something, and, and then have Daniel Bryan maybe come up. I don't know. But anyway, AJ Styles versus Nakamura. Nakamura will be the new WWE Champion. Now, the Universal Championship match, Lesnar versus Owens. Roman Reigns will win. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Smash the like button. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, I'll see you guys all later. Dragon!